My name is Richard Downey, and I've lived here in Sacramento for the last 4 or 5 years. Probably like most people, I did a search online, looked at the local construction companies and contractors who got the best reviews. Good Life was right up there at the top. Called you guys, got some quotes, and we decided to go with you. We liked the sound of your ethos, and the quote was reasonable as well. I was delighted with the job that Good Life Construction did, my wife as well, my kids. It turned out to be a really big job on the house. It spanned several months. But I have to say that each of the interactions we had with Good Life, with each member of the crew, right from the point of liaison, right through to the people working back in the office, and then the crew themselves working in the house and outside of the house. Everyone we dealt with was super professional, very attentive. They took care of our house as if it were their own, and that was the nicest thing about the job from my perspective. Well, first of all, it was a very complicated project, a much bigger one than we first envisaged. This is an older house, and it turns out that the wood rot was bigger than we expected. We ended up replacing the windows, getting the place decorated, roof work. So it was a complicated job, and that was a lot for me to try and wrap my head around, but fortunately I didn't have to because Good Life took care of everything. They coordinated all the aspects of the job and brought the workers together, but they communicated all the way through very clearly with me about what was happening and when. And so when the crews turned up for work, I had a clear expectation of what was going to happen. And they went about their work in a really efficient and professional manner. I was really impressed with all the dealings I had with everyone. Well, communication is really important, especially for us not being experts in construction and not really understanding the processes of what happens when, for example, the stucco has to be replaced in your house and all the different layers involved. So it was really important for me and for my wife and the rest of our family to have clear communication, and we got that at every step of the way. Obviously, with a big project, there's sometimes unexpected delays, and there were in this case. They were not the fault of Good Life. They were waiting on permits and other things from the city planners, for example. But at all times, there was very clear communication from you guys, from Good Life, so that we knew exactly what was going to happen and when. So the job took a lot longer than expected, mainly because we were waiting on the city to get the right permits to us. So when the permits did come, much later than expected, Good Life were great because they really accelerated the tempo of the work. You sent extra crews down to try and catch up with some of that lost time. There was another point in the project we were out of town, away on vacation. But it was very good. We had peace of mind knowing that you guys could come and work in the house. We used a lockbox outside, and the workers, the crew, were able to get in, do work inside and out while we were away, and then communicate at the end of the day where you were in the job so that we knew exactly what was going on. So opening your house up to construction work is a stressful thing. You need to put trust in the people who are coming here to do the work. But I can honestly say that I never doubted the ability of Good Life to come through and do a good job here. Everyone was professional, everyone was trustworthy, people showed up on time, always, without exception. And that was really important for us as we tried to manage our busy lives with the work going on around us. They worked with a minimum of fuss and mess, always tidied up after themselves. And so I was just really delighted with the professionalism from A to Z. It was great.